Back again with my LR4 project. Tonight what I'm going to be doing is replacing this third brake light. You can see all the cracks. You can see where it looks like it was shot with a BB, and this is basically separating now. I think this is the cause of all my water ingress issues. Maybe there's more to it, but this is the first thing I'm going to be trying to replace. Now, it's basically just a lens that's bonded on. It doesn't bolt in like most cars. So you basically have to smash it, remove it, scrape the urethane around the edge, and then bond a new one on. This is Amazon's finest replacement light. Not exactly the same. I think it was $55 Canadian. So it basically fits the bill. And then I've got some DuPont Beta Seal U428HV and their Beta Prime product that goes with it, because that's half the price of the 3M window welds and was it one step primer. So it was going to be, I don't know, north of $100 for that, for this $55 lens. And this was half the price of that. So I'm just going to start peeling it away from where it's already smashed here. And I'm hoping I don't have to use a hammer, but I'm not hoping too hard. If I have to, it is what it is. Okay, weapon of choice. Probably these snap-on duckbills. I'm just going to try to get in here and start peeling it away. Wow. and vacuumed everything up, wiped it down with acetone, and then put that Beta Prime stuff on some of the bare metal here, as well as on the edges of that after I scuffed it. I also plugged in that new taillight just to check that it worked, and it does work. And I swapped the washer nozzle with the original one because the one that came with the Amazon special looked pretty shitty. So hopefully this one just works better than the kind of unknown quantity that the other one is. So I'm going to gear up. I'm going to get this set up and start going. I think the problems I'm going to encounter are trying to figure out how much extra urethane I need to put kind of on this back edge versus the kind of thin bead that was up here. This was 1/2 inch thick right here, a little thinner on this side, but you can see where it almost pushed out to the point where it was visible on this side. So I'm a little worried about basically, doing that, but worse. And I've heard that this stuff is just so thick that it's really hard to push out of the tube. And it's only 60 degrees in here. I mean, that's, it's a heated garage, but it's not super warm. So I feel like I might have a hard time pushing that. But yeah, let's gear up and do it. So it's all done. Hit a little snag on the way. When I first bought this, one of the things that I read in the reviews, one person said that it was warped. So the first thing I did when I got it and had the old lens off was I checked to see if it was warped. And it didn't seem to be warped until I put the adhesive on, and then I realized that this lower edge seems to sit into the car a little more here, and then as you come closer to the middle, it starts to kind of bow out. So you can kind of see how much of this radius of the body, a little bit there, and it's much more visible at each end. So I wasn't confident it was going to make contact with the adhesive. So I pulled it off, added some more adhesive, and then put it back on. And I'm glad I did, because right here, it seems to have fit here fine, but here and here, it was not making contact at all, even though I put extra globs there. So I put a bunch more, and it certainly seems like it's making contact now, and it's on there. So yeah. The other thing is, people said that it was very hard to squeeze that tube. I didn't find it that bad. It was, a little worse than a tube of caulking, but not by much. So if you buy that kind of Husky branded, like 2-setting high force, low force one from Home Depot, that one worked fine. So I'm calling it a day. Let that set up and move on to some other things.